Hello, Stampin' Buddies. It's Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, in Wisconsin. We're kind of cold again. Unfortunately, all of our nice weather from OnStage did not follow me home. But then again, neither did the storms that we got flight delays for. But anyway, Late Night Lori is bringing you an unboxing tonight. It is Thursday, let's see, March 20th. I had to check the date. It's been kind of a crazy few weeks. You guys know I've been traveling and I'm still trying to get settled in. My crafting space is a disaster. And I've got several things coming up, so I got to get my act together. But I ordered some new things from OnStage. So things from our new catalog that will start very soon. This is the new annual catalog. It goes from May 6th, technically until May 4th of next year. I can't show you things inside the catalog because that's against the Stampin' Up! Rules. So not until they make the catalog live online am I able to show the inside of the catalog. But I can show you goodies that I possess. So let me set this aside. And I don't do this very often. But this time I did it. I wanted some of these things quicker, so I paid the extra to have them shipped 2-day priority. So I got my goodies today. So let's open them up and see what we have. And we are only able to, as demonstrators at OnStage, order a limited spectrum of products, all right? And we have limits as to how much we can order. So it's not like we can see something that we think is going to be very popular and just buy a boatload of them. We can't do that. So we're limited to 1 or 2 depending on what type of product it is. So let's open this up. Oh, this, yippee. This is my paper pumpkin shipment. So that's not actually from OnStage, but this is the Daisy Daydream. Let's open one of these up and just see. I thought it was kind of strange that I got 2 boxes for my shipment from my pre-order. Normally I would only get 1 because they would put it in a big enough box. So this explains it. That also explains why the box was not super heavy. So let's just see. Isn't this box pretty? And this set of add-on dies is for January, February, March. This coordinates with things in this paper pumpkin kit. So this is still available as the add-on dies if you're a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin. The order number is 166237. So if you want those add-on dies, I believe they're $12. But it covers the first quarter of Paper Pumpkin kits. So there's 2 dies, 1, 2, 4, 5. There's 1 or 2 dies for each month. All right, and this is the month where we got an extra stamp set. So we got the honeycomb, we got flowers, happy birthday, and a hello. And then this is enjoy your special day, wishing you brighter days ahead, thank you, sweet birthday wishes, and thank you for always being there for me. Being, get it? I'm surprised I didn't spell it like B-E-E. And then there's 2 bees there, some wings. The ink spot is Lost Lagoon. And let's take a look. Oh, this is really cute. So there's the envelopes, some of the card bases I can see in there. And there's what the kit looks like. Excuse me. So this is going to be fun. I think it was a real popular kit. And I will put these together another day because I'm actually, it's late. It's about midnight. And I would like to get to bed tonight because I have a couple of meetings tomorrow. But I will make this in the coming days. And we'll make it together. So now, let's go to this heavier box. This should be my pre-order items. If I can get the box open. All right. Packed with little goodies. Let's see the best way to do this without making everything fall all over. Pretty talented, eh? Okay, so we have paper tags. This is a cling set. This tag, excuse me, this tag is actually designed so that you can put it on a ribbon without having to feed the ribbon through it. You can add it after the fact. And let's take a look at the dies. So the paper tags dies. I like to open up mine right away and turn the dies so that I can actually see the shapes. So I take these out, I flip them around, and this got demonstrated in Raleigh. And as soon as I saw these dies, I looked at it and I said, huh, that looks like a dog bone to me. And sure enough, the person who demonstrated it mentioned the same thing, that it looked like a dog bone. So this one has the stitched edging, and this one is just a cutout. And then this banner is designed so that when it cuts out your paper, it actually will slide around the little bow, like, or the, not the bone, but this. It will slip around there so you can put it on afterwards. It's not, shouldn't be a struggle to get the banner on your shape. Alrighty, so that's item number 1, paper tags bundle. Some of these things are in the new annual catalog. All right, so some of them are from this, and some of them are online exclusives. And to tell you the truth, I have not gone through my catalog enough times yet to know what is what. All right, so here are the strawberry slush gems, and I'll show you what I do with my embellishment packs. Now, I'm left-handed. I don't like fighting with the adhesive on these packages. I love the packages, don't get me wrong, but I don't like fighting with the adhesive every time I want to take my embellishment out. And I don't really see the need to invest in separate pockets for me. A lot of people have them and they love them. But for me, all I do is I take my metal ruler and I slice the seam of the packaging. And then I just put it back on so it's loose enough. But then all I have to do is slide my gems out the side, okay? Sometimes this is attached to that cardboard backing, and sometimes it's not. So look at those colors. So you've got the really light color, and these have like foil or metallic flecks in them. And then you go to the strawberry slush as it gets darker and darker, and there's a variety of sizes. So those are pretty cool. And I think, yes, I ordered 2 packages. That's the most I could get for these. So I have 2. Whoa, look at that one. I guess I'll use these first because they came off the backing. Not a big deal. They'll still be sticky. All right, notes and totes. I'm going to save this one because this one is why I put a rush on my order. All right, so then we've got Blooming Phrases. I like this font where it just kind of trails off. I don't know why, it just catches my interest. All right, so there's that. And these papers, Beautiful Gallery is what this is called. These papers are like oil paintings. They are so cool. So we're gonna go, I guess it doesn't really matter. Open this up here so I can take these out so you can see them. I will end up making one of my little paper pouches for this, but for right now, we'll just cut that off. So these papers, you get 48 in the pack, and they look pretty real. They're not textured, but they look like they could be. So there's the front of that one and the back side. So pretty. And this one I can just see using a blending brush to add some color to that, or coloring with markers or blends if you really want. There's the back side of that one. Oh, this is pretty. So you get 4 sheets of each design, and they are 2-sided. Look at that one. You could make that into just, you could put it in a small frame and basically just have decor. Put a ribbon or something on the top there, put it in a little 6x6 frame. That would be adorable. And there's the back side of that one. Oh, that's pretty too. This was demonstrated at OnStage as well. And the papers are what really caught my eye. Oh, look at that. That's very pretty. Ooh, squirrel. One is just as pretty as the next, or they get prettier. I can't decide. So there's a lot of things we could do with these. Now, these are very muted colors. So I typically am drawn to the more bright colors, but I also really like art. So I think that's why these really spoke to me when I saw them. I wish I could oil paint. I wish I was that talented. Well, that's interesting. And that's cute. So those are those papers. Very nice. So that's the Beautiful Gallery. All right. These are the 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls. So when I was doing my Where in the World is Lori Macari, or Where in the World is Late Night Lori. I think that's what I was doing, huh? Late Night Lori. See, it's late, I forget. But when I was at OnStage, I was giving some clues for the colors. So we have Strawberry Slush. This used to be, I think, a regular color from the color families. It was before I was involved in Stampin' Up. I didn't join until 2017. And I don't think it was around when I first joined. But anyway, it's back as an in color, so it will be here for 2 years. All right, so there's the Strawberry Slush. Here is Darling Duckling. Here is Timid Tiger. Here is Secret Sea. Now this color, this is, let's see, what, I forgot what that was called. Something, Cloud Cover. That's Cloud Cover. So the ink pad for Cloud Cover has been pulled. They are not releasing it yet, which also means when the catalog goes live, you will not be able to buy a bundle of the new colors. Usually we can order like all 5 of them in one swipe. But this color in the manufacturing process, they found a batch where they called it a color shift. So the color that was intended, like this, which is actually very pretty, the ink pad changed color and it didn't end up being the color they wanted. So they pulled that from release. They're having it redone to figure out what went wrong, and hopefully they'll be able to release that color sooner than later, but not in the immediate. So we don't know when we're going to get that color, unfortunately, but with any luck, it will come. Okay. So again, I just slice the side of my package there. So there's those gems and those colors, those ink pads. So you can see one of the great things about Stampin' Up! Products, aside from getting everything delivered right to my door, is the color coordination. And Stampin' Up! Has very high standards to make sure that all of the colors match. So those match, and they match with the paper, and everything is coordinated, even as far as the designer series paper. Okay, so Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, everything matches. The gems match. Okay, and then Timid Tiger, which might end up being my favorite color out of these new ones. I don't know. But look at those two together. Fun. All right. And then we have the Secret Sea. And those are all, you can see how well these colors just all coordinate. It's awesome. And then we have our cloud cover, which unfortunately we won't have the ink just yet. But we do have the marker. So if you have a stamp, and let's say I wanted this to be in that color, this sentiment, or maybe this flower, all I would have to do is, because these are water-based, I can use them on my stamps if I can get this open. So you can take your marker, and what I usually do on a stamp is I will take the brush end and I will take the side of it and just color my stamp. So let's just color the whole thing so you can kind of see what I mean. And I want to be gentle on my marker tips because I don't want to break them. Okay. And then you can see how that works. So if I would have marked it up a little bit better, it would have turned out a little bit better. But that is a workaround for right now until we get the ink pad. Obviously, if you're going to be doing lots and lots and lots, you might want to find a color alternative for right now. But for little things like this, you're making a single card or just a couple of cards, using the marker would be a good alternative. All right. So here are the markers in all of the in colors as well. You can see those in there. Let's put these back in our package and get them out of the way. Shades of Green hexagons. Now, this goes with the Turtley Cute Suite, I think is what it's called. And by the name, you can tell Turtley, it's a turtle suite. But these gems I thought were really cute. I'm not sure what I'll use them with because I didn't get the stamp set or the dies that go with it. I may get them later, but I didn't get them right now. But I did like those gems, and I wanted people to be able to see those gems up close. And we'll figure out some projects for those too. Let's get that out of the way. These are add-on dies for the next quarter of Paper Pumpkin kits. So this will be for April, May, and June. So this says Hugs, I believe. Yeah, that tape is really strong, let me tell you. So yeah, that'll say hugs. And then we've got a flower, foliage, and a label. All right, so that's March. So this will be with the next paper pumpkin kit. So you can kind of see what might be coming along. All right. So I'm going to set that aside. And then we have Floral Impressions, which goes with this set that I brought back from OnStage. So this Impressions A Bloom dies and stamp set goes with this paper. Let me open that up. What do I do with my scissors here? So I can show you all of the pretty patterns in here. And I am having a team meeting this weekend. So the people that are on my team are going to be able to play with some of this new stuff, which is why I wanted to kind of put a rush on it, because I wanted to have more things for them to get their hands on. So that's one of the benefits of joining my team too, is we like to get together and craft. You don't have to build a business. You don't have to get customers if you don't want. You don't have to do videos. I'm pretty much a no pressure kind of team leader. I enjoy it, having a team for basically the fellowship and being able to craft together. So here's one side. Look at that bright Darling Duckling color. That's pretty. I think that's Darling Duckling. Yep, Fresh Curry, Darling Duckling, Fresh Freesia, which is this, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pumpkin or Pecan Pie, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, and Strawberry Slush. You would think they would have put peach or pumpkin pie in there too, so they held all the pie colors. But anyway, I like that foliage piece. And again, these are two-sided. You get 6 designs, 2 sheets of each design. So that's pretty. I really like the yellow one. And then here's a smaller print, flowers. And this one, I don't know what these flowers are, but they're pretty cute. And then the background of Old Olive. All right, so that's that paper. See if I can get it back in here. Nice. And then we have Florals in Bloom. I don't have that set of stuff yet, but I did get all of the papers, so I'll showcase that another day. And then here's that turtley cute paper. And there's dies that actually cut out some of these turtles. And when they demonstrated it, Sarah and Logan demonstrated this at OnStage. And they had their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hoodie sweatshirts. It was very entertaining. And they made some really cute projects. So I will show those papers another time, but I did want to look through this Celebratory Sips. I don't think this is the one that I thought it was, but let's open this one anyway, see if I can get it open here. There's a cute stamp set and dies that go with this one too. So this has Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, my all-time favorite color, I think, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. So lots of the new in colors are in this one. All right. So there's the first side, second side, more florals. I really like this one. You can get this look by putting inks just on a stamp, or on a block rather, and using like your spritzer and then using the block to put on your paper. So that's kind of how that design is made. Back's got some stars. Here's some just bigger glasses with little drinks in them. Oh, I like that. That's bright. There's a fruity one. Ooh, that's the Secret Sea color. And then more florals. Now, a lot of people complain about how many florals Stampin' Up! Has, but if you look at the reverse sides of a lot of the florals, there are so many other more neutral designs that even though maybe I'm not in the mood for flowers, you can usually find the alternate side that gives you a really nice design as well. I don't think, oh, there we go. I guess I flipped that over. Put this back in. And then the reason I wanted to put a rush on this. So notes and totes. Newsflash, you're fabulous. Exclusive made just for you. So grateful. A true story. Now these are, usually they're a little smaller, but these, sometimes, I should say sometimes, they're reduced in size here, but these look all true to color, true to size. So these are the size that the stamps actually are. So we've got Just a Note, Sending Warm Wishes, these florals, the sun, the raindrops, or the splashes, Relax and Enjoy. I think that's a hibiscus. I love hibiscus. And wait till you see these. These were really fun. Becca Garcia, I think is her name. She demonstrated this for us. I got to meet her. I hadn't met her before, but I got to meet her the day before she was doing her presentation. She was really nervous, but she was so entertaining. She did such a good job. And she showed us a lot of cute things. So we found out about purse scarves. These are for sunglasses on the bags. This, I can't show you in the catalog, but I will make some things with this. This actually makes the most adorable little tote bag, like for a beach bag, that you can actually make stand out a little bit, because this will make score lines, and you can actually make like a 3D tote bag. There's a handle on here. There's the embellishments for like holding your handle onto the bag. You've got water bottles, like a newspaper or book to go in it. It's just really adorable. So look forward to that, because I am really excited about doing that. I'll have to look at some of my pictures too, so I can see what she did and remember what some of these dies created. This will create the bottom of the bag. Yeah, that'll create the bottom of the bag, and it gives you a place to like glue things on. So this is just really cute. She did a card that opens up and you've got like the bag in the middle that kind of is a pop-up for a gift card. And she just made some really cute things. So look forward to that. And, oh, one more thing. These gems fell off their page too. These are the pressed flowered motifs. I actually thought they looked more like upholstery pins, upholstery buttons. So we'll see what I do with all of that. And then we have basic beige ribbon. So let's see if I can get this open without cutting up all my ribbon here. Oh, what do you know? What do you know? Oh, this is going to make really nice bows. It's thin, but it's substantial. And then to make a bow, if I don't have my bow maker, I'll usually do like the 2 bunny ears and loop them together. It makes an upside down bow for me, but at least it makes a bow. Look at that. Nice. So that will tie very nice. All right, so that's all the things I have from my pre-order. So my product purchase premiere, so the pre-order. So demonstrators will be able to start pre-ordering next week from the catalog. And if you don't want to miss out, you know, you could always become a demonstrator if you're not already a demonstrator. And I would love to have you on my team. So if you don't have a demonstrator, if you're interested in joining, you get a nice 20% discount on all of your things. So lots of benefits. If you're interested, reach out and I will share some of my excitement and experiences with you. So until next time, happy stampin'.